See you later, buddy. Right, the freaking boat again. My gosh. This is freaking fun. Another one. Oh, yes. We found the retrieve now. Look at that. Oh, that's a big one.
What's up, everyone? Coming at you this week here with a Lake Erie fishing report and Western New York fishing report for that matter. As always, I am your captain, Andrew Full, and we run full fishing guide service out of Buffalo, New York. And I just have to say that the fishing right now is phenomenal. It's good. We're catching a ton of smallmouth bass in that 22 to 40 foot range using multiple techniques. But if you tuned into last week's video, you'll notice that we were cranking Alpha Angler Rebound, Rock Crawler, and catching a ton of fish doing that. There is still that opportunity to put a lot of bass in the boat while fishing a rock crawler. You're gonna cast it out, you're gonna bang it off of rocks, you're gonna cover riprap, flats, anywhere that you think these fish might be staging, going to spawn or coming from the spawn will be a good place to cover that. You probably catch some on a jerkbait as well, or spinnerbait or chatterbait. I've had some follow-ups throwing the big 6-inch mag draft, but that rock crawler bite will be something that will stay through the end of June. So tie one up, go out there and put a lot of bass in the boat using it. And as always, all the baits that we're going to talk about are down below in the description. The next technique that is just starting to fire off is going to be the drop shot with your old faithful Berkeley Max Scent flatworm. 3/8 half ounce weight Alpha Angler spy bait rod or DSR, Tatula 3000 with a cast braid, 12 pound. It's a 12 strand carrier braid, making really far casts when it's really calm, and we're catching a lot of fish that just dead sticking it and slowly moving it. And I think it's picking up a lot of pre-spawn, almost spawn fish, and as the males are digging out the beds out deep, we're just kind of hitting them in the head and they're biting it, and that's putting a lot of really big fish in the boat. As I'm recording this video, I actually caught a 6.26 today with a client and scoped them about 80 feet out from the boat. Real big smallmouth. We actually put 6 over 5, and for a total for the year we have 7 smallmouth over 6 pounds. We have 3 that are just under like 5.95 to 6, and we have over 60 smallmouth over 5 pounds, client caught and personally. And that's not including the crankbait video where I didn't weigh any fish, and going through that footage, I'm pretty sure we caught, I don't know, probably 20 or 25 over 5 and a couple that were really close to 6. And there's going to be a second part to that coming out here soon. But the third technique that's really going well for me when I'm out just messing around and scoping some fish, that is going to be the technique that's taking over bass fishing by storm, the jig head minnow. This is the Cast Echo 3.5 in Ozark. Another really good color is Casper on the cloudy days. This is an Alpha Angler DSR, so dope scope rod with the same reel, the Tatula 3000 MQLT with a cast 12-pound braid, and that's been putting a lot of fish in the boat, pulling them up from 30 to 40 foot of water and making them rise up when they won't eat anything else when it's slick calm. And we've been able to put a lot of big bass in the boat using that. I think the biggest one I've caught this year personally has come on the Cast Echo. It was a 6.65 that was on a guide trip. I just threw it at a fish that was randomly roaming and got her to come up and choke on that Cast Echo, and while showing a client how to use forward facing when that fish bit. So it was a really cool visual image to see that fish rise up off the bottom and grab that Cast Echo. And I do apologize, we're filming in my driveway. I should have done this on the water earlier when I ended my guide trip. There just wasn't time, I had to get home. Some other baits though that have been working really well is like a baby Z2, Berkeley flat nose minnow, and then of course always the Berkeley Max Scent flatworm. As I always stated, are probably the 3 top baits right now, besides the cast echo on a jig head, and going that jig head minnow mid strolling type technique. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, follow along for more weekly fishing content. We're putting up videos, reports whenever we get a chance. I think I'm going to do a monthly report this year instead of trying to do weekly. My guide schedule is getting pretty full. I do have some open days in July, August, and September. So if you're interested, go down in the description, find my email, find my social media, Instagram, Facebook page, and send me a message, and we can get you linked up, get you up here to Buffalo, and get you on some giant smallmouth or largemouth bass. We do offer largemouth trips in July and August and into the beginning of September, when the smallmouth fishing tends to slow down and we have to work for the bites. But yeah, that's it for this week's fishing report. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see everyone next week.
I'm looking at 7 right now. Yeah. Oh God, eat it. That's a giant. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, that was the smallest one of the 10. The best part about this spot, Jeff, is just gonna keep reloading and reloading and reloading.